Buenos días a todas y a todos quienes nos acompañan. Gracias por estar aquí. Gracias a cada uno de los participantes, de quienes nos escuchan en nuestro cuarto día del Festival de Piano Colaborativo. El día de hoy vamos a presentar los dúos, a Sergio Valle en el piano, a Pablo Solis, a Junior Medina y a Gabriela Corleto más adelante. Ellos trabajarán hoy bajo la tutela de la profesora Rita Sloan. Y bienvenidos. Recuerden que pueden enviar sus preguntas ya sea al chat o al chat del YouTube, al chat del Zoom. Y también, bueno, gracias a la profesora Rita Sloan por trabajar con nosotros en el festival. Thank you very much for your time. We feel very honored to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Bueno, buenos días a todos. Nosotros somos Pedro, Pablo, Solis y Sergio Valle. Y la maestra Rita nos estaba diciendo antes de que ella quisiera que les explicáramos un poco de la pieza antes de tocarla. Entonces, de primero, ahora vamos a hacer un líder de Richard Strauss, opus 10 número 8, titulado Allerseen, que en español significa todas las almas, all the souls. Y nos pidió de que explicáramos un poco sobre la letra. Entonces, es un poco, lo miramos nosotros como la canción de Coco, de eso de que las personas que están muertas reviven o sentir ese tipo de nostalgia, ¿verdad? Entonces, el texto dice, Stell auf dem Tisch, die duften den residen, que significa, pon en la mesa esa linda fragancia. Die letzten roten Astern trag herbei. Trae los últimos astres rojos, que son un tipo de flor, ¿verdad? Luego tenemos un Lass und wieder von der Liebe reden, que significa y déjanos hablar nuevamente del amor. Luego tenemos Wie einst in Mai, que ese es un texto que se repite bastante en la pieza, que es como una vez en mayo, ¿sí? Wie einst in Mai. Luego tenemos otra sección que es Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke, que es dame tu mano que a escondidas apretaré. Ya le está hablando a esta persona a la que le siente la nostalgia. Und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei. Y no me importa cuando nos vean los hombres o los humanos, ¿verdad? Entonces quiere tener su mano y no le importa tener que los estén viendo, ¿verdad? Luego dice, gib mir nur einen, dame solo una, dice en ese pedazo. Deiner süßen Blicke, dame solo una, decíamos, de tus dulces miradas. Y en este pedazo es como bastante tranquilo, lo van a escuchar. Y luego repite, Wie einst in Mai, como una vez en mayo. Y luego para terminar tenemos Es blüht und duftet heute auf jedem Grave. Y dice, florece y huele en todas las tumbas, ¿sí? Como en todas las tumbas, refiriéndonos a que la persona está muerta, a la que le estamos teniendo nostalgia, ¿verdad? Ein Tag im Jahr ist ja dem Toten frei. Una vez al año, refiriéndose a esto, por eso lo comparamos un poco con lo de Coco, una vez al año los muertos son libres. Komm in mein Herz, dass ich dich wieder habe, ven a mi corazón, que te quiero o te vuelvo a tener. Se refiere a este pedazo de esto de que es algo como relacionado al corazón, ¿verdad? Y esta es la parte climática de la pieza. Wie einst in Mai, wie einst in Mai. Como una vez en mayo, como una vez en mayo. Entonces, Allerseen de Richard Strauss, opus 10 número 8.
Mir es blüht und duftet heut auf jeden Grabe. Heut Tag im Jahr, dem Atem frei, komm ein mein Herz, das ist es weder habe, wie euch im Mai.
Bravo. Bravo, bravo. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Gracias. Thank you.
That's right.
Muy
He speaks English, right? Sergio, yeah.
We both
okay.
speak English, but
So do I.
We think that we should translate what we say because the people at YouTube,
For the audience.
for the audience.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Beautiful, very beautifully done. Very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Let me just ask you, what do you think is the sort of the main mood character? What is the feeling that you want the song to evoke in your listeners?
La maestra pregunta cuál es el sentimiento más importante que la pieza, que el dúo debería invocar en esta canción.
Creemos que la nostalgia y la pasión, el amor, y creo que nostalgia es lo más importante.
Nostalgia es muy importante.
Nostalgic.
Yeah. And some pieces are written for a big concert hall, Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody, etc. This song, this lead, is written for what? A concert hall or for what?
Está preguntando para qué tipo de auditorium está escrita esta pieza, si para un auditorio muy grande o por qué tipo de lugar.
Sí, creemos que es algo un poco más íntimo, música de cámara y un poco más íntimo debido a la propia instrumentación que es piano y voz, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Que no es una reducción orquestal ni nada de eso, sino que es piano y voz y es un auditorium. Creo que algo de este tamaño queda perfecto. En el silencio nos encantó el cómo sonó, sí.
Yeah, and even if you have to perform it in a big hall, I think what you want to try and do is invite the audience into your small space, sort of into your hearts. So you want to bring everybody in.
Y entonces, aunque se esté tocando, esta pieza está hecha para un lugar íntimo, y aunque se esté tocando en un lugar muy grande, el dúo lo que debería hacer es invitar a la audiencia a acercarse más a su corazón.
And the interesting thing, of course, is that the way Strauss opens the piano part, it looks as if it should be big. You know what I mean? It has this, it looks as if it should be a big chord, right? But I think if you can keep it full, but again, almost like it's like it's been going inside your head and then comes out. And then when the voice comes in, it should be as if you're just talking from your brain, from inside your head. The thoughts are coming out. Does that make sense? Alfonso, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Entonces lo interesante de este primer pasaje es que el acorde es muy grande y se da a entender como que si fuera una pieza bastante grande, pero en realidad lo que ellos debían de tratar es como tratar de capturar un sonido que ya existe en su mente, un sonido, y solo lo empiezan.
So what I would love Sergio to try and do, and it begins with his cue, before you play, Sergio. So what I would like, so I would like to kind of see you actually feel the breath that it takes to play the chord. So you would feel like you breathe as if you need to sing this. And then, and of course I can't do this, so basically, let's see. So, it's just very, so the body is very calm, and it's like the music comes from your head through your hands.
Entonces, lo que está tratando de que Sergio haga es que primero respirar de la manera necesaria para tocar esto como si lo estuvieran cantando. Pero más que todo también es sobre tener el cuerpo de una manera calmada y solo y respirar adentro respirar de acuerdo al carácter y tal vez también pensar que el sonido viene de la mente.
Además, por favor, if you can, try with very flat fingers, so that you cover a lot of territory, so that this is very kind of easy on the keys. So very, and really good bass, really deep basses.
Entonces tratar también de tocar con los dedos planos para que así la mano cubra más territorio y también pensar en los bajos bastante profundos en la mano izquierda.
Por favor, can you try please? Good. Bravo. That's very good. How does that feel?
Interesante, sí, diferente. Sí, era un poco la idea que tenía de que el primer acorde no es el más fuerte, sino lo llevo un poco como al quinto compás para hacer la dirección justo con la idea de que sea íntimo. Pero bien.
Yes. So he said that. I don't know, yeah, first interesting, but also that he kind of moves it towards the fifth bar of the introduction.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. Yes. So if we look at this and we think, oh, we have to start big because it's Strauss. But if you actually start full but not so big, you can make better the lines better, and then also it helps invite the singer in. So when the singer when the singer comes in, it's as if both of you are letting us know what's inside your heads. Does that Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Entonces, primero que nada, siempre recalcando de que empezar de una manera llena, pero no grande. Y eso también ayuda, y ayuda también a invitar después al cantante a cantar, a interpretar. Y más que todo, hacer saber al público lo que está pasando dentro de la cabeza. Es como carácter.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing that I think is very, very helpful when you work with a singer is to, and I'm not sure, Sergio, if you're doing that yet. It sounds like you are, because I know you play for the national chorus, right? You're pianist for the, yeah, so you know about singing, yeah. So make sure that you really, even though it's difficult to do it, make sure you breathe. You know, when Pedro, when he breathes, you breathe as well. So, you know, if he's taking his breath for this, so, you know, you're finishing your phrase, you know, he's probably breathing right here. So you want to breathe with him as he comes in, right? And then every other time that he breathes, also continue to breathe with him. Simply, it just makes it makes you both a little bit better together.
I have the markings in my score. I have the markings, the breath markings for both of us.
Yay! Good. That's great. That's really great. That's a really, really good thing.
Translation.
And then, Pedro, in terms of the words, because you know when we have lead, it's all about the words. So, in the first like page, which words do you think are the most important?
De hecho, well, in fact, we did it in rehearsal with Sergio, finding the most difficult word or part, and the important, sorry. And I think that is duften, and, well, first of all, dich, and then duften, and then herbei, and then und, and li of the liebe, and my, the last my of the first part.
We both have those markings. Actually,
That's
in the last
great.
rehearsal
Also
we
we
did
marked
that.
it, yeah.
About phrasing and which word is more important.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. So, Pedro, one of the things that you can do to help us with that is that you can enjoy especially with the consonants like my. So really enjoy the way the M feels when you say it. You know, so make sure that when you sing it, that the is soon. You know, that you do it soon. Don't make it late. Don't put it on the beat. You know, make it before my, so that the vowel is with Sergio's when he plays the chord. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So,
Like my, right?
Yeah. My. Yeah. Not affected. Not affected. Make sure it sounds natural, but just sooner.
All right.
solo para los que nos están oyendo, primero que nada la maestra habló de que es importante que el pianista respire con el cantante. Más que todo, estaba hablando de la entrada del cantante, la frase del pianista termina, pero el pianista debería de respirar cabal cuando entra el cantante. También él les preguntó qué palabras son las más importantes de la primera página de la canción. Entonces estuvieron trabajando sobre qué palabras son más importantes y el dúo sabía qué palabras son las más importantes. Y también está hablando sobre la palabra my, que está buscando de que la consonante esté antes del tiempo, y pero que tampoco suene tan fuerte o que no sea tan forzada, sino que se oiga de una manera natural.
Good. That's great. Okay, and then just one last thing, which is this beautiful pianissimo on wieder. You know, so if you can, und. So both the piano part and the voice can do a beautiful color on wieder. And again, you can use your consonant, Pedro, the wieder.
Okay.
You know, to really help you with the color. So it sounds even, it should be, that's less, it's a different color. It should be softer, yeah, than the opening. So this is like he's talking normally. Still auf den Tisch. And then when you get down to the pianissimo, it should be a magic color. So, yeah.
Entonces están hablando también de las dinámicas, más que todo sobre la diferencia entre el principio y una parte donde dice wieder. Más que todo habla que el principio debería ser algo como que solo está hablando, una voz natural, y después usar las consonantes para crear color en una parte pianísima para el cantante.
I know we have one more song too. Could we just try a little experiment? Or maybe you did this already. I love when piano and voice, when you do at least once where the singer just says the poem in time and the pianist plays the part. Have you tried that yet?
Yes, we tried, but we can do it right now.
Oh, okay. You tried it. Man, you guys are you're ahead of the ball. It's fine. Yeah, let's just try a little bit because I would like to see what kind of color you get for vida.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Entonces lo que el dúo va a hacer ahorita es un trabajo que normalmente ella aconseja, la maestra, que eso es que el cantante diga el poema a tempo, pero y el pianista está tocando y quiere ver qué tipo de colores diferentes se pueden explorar de esa manera.
From the top?
Yes, sure. I love the opening. So, and you played very beautifully, Sergio. Please.
Sorry?
No, we want you to try it. Yeah.
Que solo digas el poema
Okay.
a tempo.
All right, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Maybe second line?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Still auf den Tisch, die duftenden Residen, die letzten Trotten ascht der Drache bei. Und lass uns wieder von der Liebe reden, wie einst im Mai.
Good. Okay, you've done that. Okay, so another good way that something else to add to what you're already doing is don't sort of quasi sing. Just say words. You know what I mean?
It's very difficult
liebe. Try not to do
sounds.
Pitch.
Okay.
You know, actually just say the poem, you know, set on the, and as once in May, rather than wie einst, you know, wie einst in Mai, without singing, without. Yeah. Okay, but wait. For the piano part. So it really you're doing it brilliantly. I just want to, you know, I'm just trying to.
Of course.
Do some more things with it. One of the things that would be great is if you can feel the way Strauss does. Look at all these lines in the left hand. think, a little bit orchestrally. So in terms of instruments, yeah, exactly. So it would be cello or bass, going up, doing these beautiful lines, and all of these. And then the right hand, this is one of the big leaps that he gives you. So, you know, you can be vocal with your time. You know, he's doing all these intervals here. He sets this up so beautifully for the singer's entrance. So I think if you, Sergio, if you can make these lines extremely legato in the left hand, and then really enjoy the interval. This is all your entrance, you know, and then it falls, right? To invite him to come in. So I think that try that and see how that feels. See how you can feel that climbing up that mountain and kind of coming back down the other side.
Entonces la maestra, primero que nada, después de que hicieron este ejercicio de decir el poema y tocar, le pidió al cantante que más que no casi cantar, sino que solo hablar, el ejercicio debería ser solo a decir el poema, no tratar de cantarlo para buscar colores. De ahí habló sobre la parte de piano, hacerla un poquito más orquestal, especialmente dándose cuenta de poniendo un poquito de pensar en la mano izquierda, qué instrumento podría ser un cello, podría ser otro instrumento. Y también en la entrada, en la introducción, estaba hablando sobre el intervalo do, la, del compás número 5, que debería ser una parte más importante tal vez, pero más que todo estaba recalcando hacer todo legato, tratar de buscar legato.
So yeah, let's okay, we're gonna run out of time, but let's just try all that again, and then you know, I don't let's see. Don't necessarily say the poem this time, Pedro. Just sing, but right. Sing almost as if you're reciting the poem.
Okay, like pianissimo, or just thinking about.
No, just don't worry about the vocal.
All right.
Okay, just think about words.
Entonces le está pidiendo al cantante que ahorita van a probar todo y que en realidad no piense sobre las notas, no piense de una manera vocal, sino que piense solo sobre las palabras, como está interpretando.
Did it feel different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Every time we do it.
Well, every time you do it anyway, it's going to feel different. But I'm hoping some of these things to think about.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah. No, that sounded very, very beautiful. You're getting some beautiful colors. Just look at where Strauss puts the pianissimos for the colors, and let the words, have to pull you. They have to pull you, and then, all these other things. The talking the poem is very helpful. But remember that when you sing, you're still talking. It's very important. I guess you have to translate all that, Alfonso. Sorry.
Entonces, primero que nada, los felicitó y está pidiendo que siempre busquen en la música, con la parte vocal o el color que sale, que es pianísimo. Entonces, siempre ponerle atención a eso. Y cuando el cantante está interpretando, recordar siempre que en realidad es sobre las palabras, sobre el poema.
Yeah, and then I'll leave you with one last thought, which is, it's for this song. It's the height of romantic, it's romantic, very romantic writing. So you want to look and see, there's a lot of what we say in English, ebb and flow. So some of the lines move forward, and sometimes the tempo pulls a little bit, sometimes it goes forward a little bit. And right now you're playing it's a little bit, I can feel you starting to go in those directions, but I think if you take a look at the way Strauss has written it, it will help you see kind of this, if that's a good place, for example, you would want to take maybe some time, and then we have to make it up because the voice has to come in. You know what I mean? So you can't, our tendency is to slow down to let the voice in, but I think if you take the time before, you might want to help the voice come in. It'll be easier to say that line, and then find the places at the big moment. You do great. You guys expand beautifully, but look at the rubato, and see kind of how you want to structure that. Does that make sense to you guys? To you, gentlemen? Yes. Okay.
Entonces, solo el último pensamiento que quiere dejar la maestra sobre esta pieza es que esta pieza es el apogeo, está escrita en el apogeo del romanticismo. Y entonces tal vez necesita un poquito más de pensamiento sobre el rubato. Y estaba hablando también al principio de la primera parte de la introducción, buscar en esa parte donde se puede tomar tiempo en el compás 5. Y después buscar cómo se mueve hacia adelante, así es más fácil que el cantante entre. Entonces buscar esos lugares donde pueda haber, considerar el rubato durante la canción.
And then I should ask, do you have any questions about the song? Anything that bothers you that is difficult that I could maybe help you with?
My only question is if it is permitted to do legatos in singers doing leaders. Like, I heard that it is not permitted, like doing legatos or portamentos. Portamentos like in leads. It is permitted or it's not?
It's by the time we get to Strauss, some people do it. I think you should practice not doing it, And then if in the moment all of a sudden you feel the need to do it, I mean, it's technically speaking, we have it in arias, you know what I mean? And even in arias, we have to be careful. So, but in lead, I would stay away from it if you can, unless, because Strauss actually marks when he wants portamento, you know, he marks the lines. So if you can do without, it's better. It's better.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, but as I said, in the moment, if you feel inspired.
Entonces está hablando de preguntaron sobre el portamento en la línea de Strauss o en los lieros. Y la maestra dice que solo si de repente tiene inspiración en el momento de la ejecución, pero simplemente tratar de practicar o estudiar esto sin portamento, porque en realidad Strauss marca cuando lo quiere y en estos lugares, en este caso, no hay.
Do we have time for the other song? I hope.
We have like 5 minutes since rest of time, so it's up to the duo and you how you want to spend it. We can also do more questions or...
It's up to them. I would love to hear the other song if they want to do it, but I'm happy to do questions, whatever.
¿Qué piensan hacer, Sergio?
Yeah, we can play the other song.
We can play the other song, even if we don't.
Bravo, bravo. Okay, I'm just, I just want to maybe, because we don't have a lot of time, right? So I'm just going to talk about one little tiny thing, and it's not so tiny. I am a great believer in trying songs that are slow in a fast tempo and trying songs that are fast in a slow tempo. So I think one of the things that might be very useful for Sergio, you and Pedro to try is to actually do this song a little bit more moving, because it's written in 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels in
Yeah.
6, I think. Yeah.
But the tempo you're singing it at, and I know why, because it's, I love you, ich liebe dich. It's a very heartfelt song. But I think if you maybe can have a little bit more pacing on it, it will be, because it repeats itself, so it will have more impact when you get to the high part, and also it will feel more in 3 than it does right now, because right now it feels a little bit in 6. Yeah,
I agree.
so I'm just curious. I don't know if we have time, but I know it'll feel funny. And then, yeah, maybe so. And then you have time a little bit more rubato, perhaps. I don't know. You just to give it a try. I don't know if you've tried it a little faster.
No, 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 but we will. We will do it.
Okay.
It's a great idea, because we also feel like it's in 6. That was what we came up in the last rehearsal, and we will try that way, of course. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's just a suggestion, so you give it a try. I like the fact that you are not don't bring your left hand, of course, is doubling the voice line, so you're not bringing it out, which is great. Okay, but in the intro you have lots of interesting inner voices, so I think you can enjoy more.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
I'm still working on it, but I did like a string quartet, even the playing each voice at the same time. Cellos with violas, cellos with violins, the second violins, all of them. Yeah.
No, that's
but
great.
I'm still working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, so I mean, I think one of the things that is difficult about Grieg is it's simple.
Yeah,
It's not so complicated, and simple sometimes is much harder than complicated. So you wanna really find the best way to to do that. And again, you probably have already done it, but you can say the words with the music, and that'll be wonderful. Okay, but bravo, you guys are doing, great.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Y entonces mientras se hace, I will just translate while the other duo. Entonces lo que hablo, pidió la maestra primero que nada es ella cree en tratar de tocar canciones que son despacio, rápido, y canciones que son rápido, despacio, para que descubran nuevas cosas. Ahorita esta canción se estaba sintiendo en 6, cuando en realidad de repente se puede sentir en 3, pero al mismo tiempo eso hace que se encuentren nuevas perspectivas y le cambian el tempo. Y una cosa tal vez muy difícil en Grieg es que es simple, y a veces tocar simple a veces es muy difícil. We have a couple of questions from Guillermo Montenegro, who is from Brazil. He's asking, as collaborative pianists, how could we get proper language training? Entonces la pregunta es, como pianistas colaborativos, ¿cómo es que uno puede tener buen entrenamiento de idiomas?
Good question. There are textbooks on diction. There are several famous ones. And again, I think by tomorrow I'll have a big sheet with a lot of information, or several sheets with some information for you. And the there's a very famous textbook by John Moriarty. There's a more recent one. I can't remember the author now, but I will be able to send. There's definitely books on diction. The issue is that you have to learn the International Phonetic Alphabet, which is called IPA, and all the good books have that that's kind of the beginning of the book. They do IPA, and then you can learn how to properly pronounce in different languages. You know, with the internet now, you can find people pronouncing properly different songs. You can actually put into Google, you know, proper pronunciation for Allerseen, you know, and then you will come up with something, I'm sure. The other thing is that any language classes or any language lessons that you take can be really helpful. The thing about good collaborative programs is that they will have classes in just basically diction. So, you know, if you already speak Spanish, your Italian's going to be good. If you speak Portuguese, your Spanish and your Italian hopefully will be good. And you will have entree to French because they're all Romance languages. So luckily you have that going for you. German will be, I don't know, some people who speak Spanish have no trouble with German at all. So German will be a little bit more foreign. But as I said, you're very lucky because we have the internet. So, you know, somebody who is dedicated can actually learn quite a lot if you can't do language classes. But you can certainly do language lessons online. Okay, sorry, that's a lot.
No, it's fine. Entonces, la maestra dice que hay un montón de textos que ella nos va a mandar una lista, eventualmente nosotros la vamos a hacer mandar a todos los participantes, donde en realidad empiezan con una introducción a IPA, que es International Phonetic, para la fonética, y después va hacia diferentes lenguajes, pero también habla sobre buscar simplemente ahora con la tecnología en YouTube, pueden encontrar formas de cómo pronunciar los poemas o cómo pronunciar ciertas palabras. Entonces, si no se pueden tener clases de lenguaje, pueden ir al internet.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah. I think
that was pretty, yeah. Also, find friends. Mm-hmm. Find friends who speak German. Find friends who speak Russian. You know, talk with your friends. You know, practice pronouncing, and definitely practice pronouncing anything you are playing, so that you can. Part of what we do in class, where I teach, is that the pianists have to pronounce the words. The singer gives the translation, but the pianist has to say it in the language. So entonces, it's very important. Yeah.
También buscar amigos que hablen el idioma y también practicar decir las cosas que están tocando, la canción que están contando. Y parte de la clase que ellos tienen es que el cantante dice la traducción en sus clases y el pianista dice la parte ya con las pronunciaciones. And so now we're gonna hear Junior and Gabriela. They're gonna play Debussy Prélude in the afternoon.
Afternoon of Faune.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You can say in Spanish, pero Preludio, yeah.
Yeah, and y todos los que tienen en Zoom, el score está lo acabo de subir.
This is, by the way, bravo for picking a good, really good. This is a great transcription. Great transcription. So, yay. Yeah. Great. Okay. Very, very wonderful playing, both of you.
Gracias.
Okay, since this is a very how should I put this? Famous transcription. Do you guys do you two have any questions about anything that's in here?
Pregunta si hay algún tipo de preguntas sobre de esta parte, porque es una transcripción muy famosa.
No, solo lo que hemos trabajado bastante con Gaby es como los cambios de temas y los diferentes timbres, que es lo que, y como porque es una obra originalmente para orquesta, entonces como acoplar el piano y la flauta a eso es como algo que nos todavía no nos termina como de convencer para una idea general de la obra, ¿verdad? Cómo conectar de principio a fin todos esos temas.
Also, so like how to connect, yeah, themes and sounds, orchestral sounds.
Yeah, good question. Good question. I think one of the things that's really important in this, particularly in this transcription, is that we stay very faithful to the beat, and it's very hard.
Entonces, algo importante de esta transcripción es estar tener mucha fe o estar en el pulso, y esto es muy difícil.
Yeah, because yeah, I'll give you an example. Because wait. Okay, so the flute part. Flutists are used to this part, so they're used to feeling it in this 9/8 and 12/8 and 6/8. Pianists have a fit when we get to 12/8. We don't like 12/8.
Los flautistas están acostumbrados a ver algo de 9/8, o eso, ellos están acostumbrados a esa pieza, pero pianistas tal vez no estamos tan acostumbrados a ver 12/8 o este tipo de métrica.
And also, in addition to doing 12/8 or 9/8 or something, we have tremolo everywhere. Our pianist's least favorite technical thing.
Y además también hay trémolos, que eso hace que aparte de estos tempos tan grandes, que en la parte técnica es unas cosas más incómodas o menos favoritas.
Yeah, because with tremolo you can't tell where the beat is.
Porque con el trémolo no se sabe en dónde está el pulso.
Yeah, and it's really important in the tremolos, Junior, to still feel the beat,
Y es importante en los trémolos siempre todavía sentir el pulso.
Yeah. So for example, when we get to, what is this, part 11? Yeah. So she has, she goes back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? She goes back to the 9. So we have this. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So within the tremolo, there is a pulse. Okay, so it can't just be formless.
Entonces, adentro en el compás número 11, la subdivisión del piano siempre adentro de ese trémolo hay pausas para seguir el pulso.
Yeah, and even in this, even in the harp part, we should still feel like a big, because at this point we're in 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, even in the harp part, we should feel at least a big pulse of at least 3. Okay, so 1, 2, big 3, orchestral.
Y inclusive también en esas partes virtuosas de los arpegios se tiene que sentir, aunque sea un gran 3.
Does that make sense to them?
Sí, sí, claro, claro.
Claro? Okay, good. Okay, so you could ask, how in tremolos are we supposed to show a pulse? So one of the things you could do, for example, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Show us 1, 2, 4. I don't know if you can hear that. If you can hear where I'm doing, where I feel the pulse.
Yeah. Just, entonces, no sé si ustedes escucharon donde
Sí.
la manera de sentir los pulsos en los trémolos se encuentra.
Yeah, go ahead. I do in my left hand. Go ahead.
Entonces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Entonces, en esas partes se encuentra, se busca el pulso en esas.
And I'm not making an accent. I'm not, kind of doing ba. I'm not making an obvious accent, but I feel it. I hold that a little bit longer or something. I show where the beat is.
Entonces, no hace acento, pero lo que hace es que deja un poquito más tiempo esa nota, el bajo, para que enseñar dónde está el tempo, el pulso.
Now, however, the bar before we see, what is it? 11, 10, 9, 8. So bar 8. Where he da da da. So you want to make sure, that everything is in. I'm feeling as if I have a conductor in my stomach.
Entonces ella siente, digamos, en los dos compases antes, siente que ahí tiene un director de orquesta en su estómago. Entonces siempre está sintiendo el pulso.
Yeah, so, the thing there is, now we are in 6/8. So 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, yeah. And a lot of times the main beats, the main parts of the beat are not with both people. It's either one person or the other person.
Okay? Y en muchas partes en esta pieza es el tempo principal, el pulso principal del compás, no lo tocan las dos personas, sino que lo toca o una u otra persona.
So whoever has the important parts of the beat has to help the other person.
Entonces, el que tenga las partes cualquiera de los dos que tenga la parte importante del tiempo en un compás tiene que ayudar a la otra persona.
So, for example, in bars, what is that? 8, 9, 10. Before we get to, and when we get to 11. So whoever has the major parts, whoever is on the major parts of the bar in terms of rhythm has to really feel that. They both have to feel it, but the person who has it needs to help the other one.
Entonces, en los compases 8, 9 y 10, el que tenga, el que esté tocando en los tiempos fuertes o en los tiempos importantes del compás, los dos lo tienen que sentir, pero el que está tocándolos tiene que sentirlos más para ayudar al otro dúo.
Yeah, and for example, in bar 8, nobody plays in the middle of the bar, so they both have to feel it.
Y en el compás 8 nadie toca en medio del compás, entonces los dos lo tienen que sentir.
Does that make sense to them?
Sí, claro.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. So I think one of the things that helps tie this whole piece together is the rhythm, is the pulse. And we're so used to the idea of impressionistic music not being very ephemeral, impressionist, that we don't feel pulse is important, but it's really important.
Entonces, en la música impresionista, uno tal vez está acostumbrado a sentir que solo es una impresión, pero en realidad es muy importante sentir el pulso en este tipo de música también.
And it will help. It will help to carry the line. So I'd like them to try maybe from. She and Gabriela, she does a beautiful. The intro is very beautiful, very beautiful. So oh, and that bar of rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Por favor, tiene paciencia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Make the audience wait. Okay? So maybe we can do, let's see, what's a good place? Ask them where they would like to start.
¿Dónde quieren empezar o dónde?
Sí, en el segundo arpegio.
Sí.
Compás 7.
Sí. Great. Okay. Okay. How does the beginning feel?
¿Cómo se siente?
Como más.
Mucho mejor.
Sí, mucho mejor en cuanto a cuadrar el tiempo.
So it's easier to. It feels better and to put everything together, to put together things.
Good, good, good. Okay. Now, at the time we get to, that always very good till we get to about 17, 18, and then Gabriela wants to move. She wants to move forward, which is fine, The only issue we have is that when we get to bar 21, let's see, Junior, unfortunately, this has to be writing immediately, because if you wait, the beat is late. So let's see. Oh, no, actually, the thing that's important there is, because it's so hard to do it in time on the piano, that you show us where the middle of the bar is, so that Gabriela knows where to come in. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does she know where her entrance comes in relation to the piano part?
En el compás 21, ¿sabes en dónde, qué hace dónde viene el piano en relación a tu parte? Pregunta.
Yo espero el arpegio del piano.
¿Ah?
Yo espero un arpegio del piano. Para...
Yeah.
Sí.
Okay, I think also, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm losing one somewhere. one, two. Oh, I see 1, 2, 4, 12. Yeah. So it will help, I think, if you show her the top one. So again, so it's not in here, all this stuff, so that she has a sense of where the top of that is.
Entonces, Junior te está pidiendo que tal vez muestres un poquito el último de ese motivo arriba, así, para que así ella sepa dónde estás adentro de ese arpegio.
Que haga esto.
Yeah. No, that's good. Also, this is it's a very tricky score, and he has some notes that are not correct from the orchestral score. So I'm marking them. I'm going to send him
Okay, gracias.
correction. Okay.
El score tiene problemas, entonces te va a mandar una versión con otras notas.
Gracias.
Okay, yeah, because he's playing some funny notes. I'm not sure if it's a score. Okay, but anyway, let's see. So I think it'll help with these bars, all this, to still keep the pulse, still keep a sense of the pulse, so it's not freeform. Yeah.
Entonces lo más importante en todas estas partes es siempre dejar siempre este sentido del pulso, porque y eso les va a ayudar.
Okay.
Sí.
Okay. And then, are there places that particularly bother them that they want to look at?
Que si preguntas de algún lugar ahorita que quisieran trabajar que de verdad les tenga molestias.
¿Tú solo?
No sé.
A mí me gustaría trabajar cerca del final. Ya.
Next to the end.
Si
Quizás desde. No sé si podemos ver como toda esa sección.
¿Qué compás es?
Eso es compás 74. Cuando yo termino mi solo.
74.
Yeah. One of the things that we have to be careful about in this piece is some of the flute entrances are very low. And the piano, it's very easy for the piano part to drown out. So you want to really be careful that, this. So when you get to the downbeat, is it junior or junior? Junior. Okay. So junior, when you get to the downbeat of bar 74, you should be very, very quiet. But I think you can help bring in the flute player by how there's a tenuto, and then there's the bass note is actually it's a very good rhythm, and then this should lead right into the flute part.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sí. ¿Lo puedo probar una vez?
Sí.
Solo también para los que nos escuchan, lo primero que habla la maestra es que es a veces muy difícil las entradas porque la flauta está en un registro bajo y cuesta que se escuche. Entonces lo que le está pidiendo a Junior es primero que nada ayudar a la flauta, no solo tocar más suave, pero también ayudar a la flauta a la entrada con el ritmo, haciendo que el ritmo antes de la entrada de flauta sea preciso o lidere a la entrada de la flauta.
Okay, yeah. Now, so my question for Gabriela is, why is that difficult? That sounded fine. Why is that difficult?
Le pregunta por qué es difícil. Ajá.
En español, ¿verdad? Yo siento que desde ahí hacia el final hay una serie de cambios de tempo y de carácter, quizás no hasta donde llegamos ahorita, sino que lo que viene después también. Todo esto de... Y toda esa sección, cómo podemos ir enlazándola, o sea que los ritmos y las conexiones entre una sección y otra, y las proporciones, digamos.
Oh, okay. So actually, what the question was more about how it was a bigger section that they want to play, because it's more about how to connect this kind of contrasting characters that there are like from later of that measure. So I guess then they would need to play more, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I understand. Okay. Something very important in this piece is to be able to subdivide the beat into all the, because Debussy subdivides it into just smaller and smaller units. So one thing that helps a lot is to be able to feel the big three, 1, 2, 3, but then to be able to subdivide that into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then when we get into this part, so again, you're subdividing. The subdivision needs to fit into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So we still somehow feel the larger beats within the smaller subdivisions, the smaller subdivisions within the larger beat. Does that make sense to her?
Yes. Sí, gracias.
Entonces lo que está pidiendo también la maestra es que lo más importante de esta sección también es lograr subdividir adentro de los grandes, de los que se sienten los tiempos grandes, ya sea en 4 o en 3, y lograr que esa subdivisión encaje con los tiempos grandes.
So this section, which is fine, it sounds beautiful, we're going to go from this 3. It's still in the same, it's the same big beats, but we go into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she has long notes. The flute part is really hard, Gabriela. So because we have triplet and then half note with a tie and then eighths. Triple. But the piano is already giving you subdivision for 6. So we already have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when we get to the next part, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So you keep subdividing even if the pacing goes forward.
Entonces, lo importante acá también es que, por lo menos, que el piano ya en el compás 79 ya está dando subdivisiones a la flauta. Y lo importante es que ya cuando cambia el tempo un poquito más rápido, siempre seguir subdividiendo.
Does that make sense to them?
Sí, está bien.
Sí.
Bastante claro.
Es que, ¿qué cosa, Junior? Es que no te oigo.
No, bastante claro, te veo. Gracias.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we can try from the same place, which is, this from there. Good. Okay, yes. Yeah. The first time, what is this? I can't see it. My eyes are not. This was almost twice too fast. It was a little too fast. You have to be patient. You have to really subdivide like crazy. So that was much better. How does it feel?
Good. Yo tengo una pregunta. Gracias. ¿Cómo lograr esa precisión rítmica y al mismo tiempo poder tener la sensación también de que camina? Porque yo siento la necesidad de ir un poco más hacia adelante, pero ¿cómo no romper con el pulso?
Good question. Good question. It's very important to be able to feel the calm of this, this. And then when you have this, the fast part, 1, 2. So they're different tempi, which right now you're a little together, it's a little too close. But the thing is, if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The important thing is that the heartbeat of the piece doesn't get lost when you go faster.
Sí.
¿Comprende?
Sí.
¿Sí? You need to translate that?
No, sí está bien.
Solo para los que, so just for the people that are...
Yeah, por favor. Yeah.
Entonces, la pregunta, responder la pregunta de Gabriela, lo importante es cómo seguir precisos y al mismo tiempo hacer estas subdivisiones y todavía que hayan cambios de tempo. Es que cuando hayan estos cambios de tempo, sentir los tiempos grandes, pero no perder el latido del corazón de los tiempos grandes.
Good, yeah. Because if you look at the score, Debussy tells you bar 79. It's supposed to be the tempo from the beginning, yeah? See? And then bar, what is that, 83. A little more, un poco animato, see? See? And then it says, what is this bar? 86. 86. Dolce y espressivo, see? So, it gets, again, we slow down a little bit, but then again in bar, what is that, 90, 90. Again, poco più anime, yeah? So Debussy's giving you directions, but the point is that they still have, the beat, if you keep the heartbeat, if you try to keep going back to the heartbeat, even in the faster tempo, it'll help you glue everything together.
Entonces, Debussy marca en todas estas secciones donde están los cambios de tempos, hacía instrucciones de cada sección. Pero la maestra dice que siempre es importante mantener este sentido del latido corazón de los compases, y si eso se siente juntos, entonces eso va a hacer que haya más, que las partes estén juntas, ¿verdad?
Yeah, so maybe they can try, let's try from maybe 79, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when they get to 83, then 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1, 2, 4, yeah, so maybe try to feel those changes, okay? Paciencia. Bum, bum, bum. And how does it feel now? Does that make more sense to you somehow?
Yes, sí. No sé si se puede hacer otra pregunta.
Sí.
Maestra, una pregunta.
Sí, por favor.
Bueno, es sobre el piano, de hecho.
Ajá.
Si hay algunas notas generalmente graves, he escuchado, que ayudan a sentir precisamente el pulso en general en la obra. O sea, la acentuación de ciertas notas, no sé cómo se puede trabajar eso, si es según la función de la nota en el acorde o si está en tiempo fuerte. O sea, cómo podemos pensar en esas acentuaciones o como peso que se le puede dar a... Yo siento que algunas notas graves quizás. Es muy general mi pregunta.
Sí, no, está bien.
So I guess she's asking about like there's some parts that she has heard that the bass helps kind of like guide the pulse or and maybe how to work this I don't know if that's the question, Gabriela. No sé,
si se puede relacionar con tiempos fuertes, por ejemplo.
El bajo.
Sí, o sea, ¿qué notas resaltar para ayudar a dar esta estabilidad rítmica? Generalmente supongo que en el bajo, ¿verdad?
Okay.
Pero ¿cómo saber qué nota es la que se puede resaltar? Si es en el tiempo fuerte o...
So like I guess in the piano part, there's certain parts that there's certain notes that you need to bring out. You have to bring out to feel like kind of the tempo or like cue the tempos. But how to know which notes to bring out?
I was afraid that was the question. Yeah, it's a very good question. Very good. When you listen to the orchestral score, when you listen to the orchestra and you look at the orchestral score, look at the lines in the bass instruments. And if there is no line in the bass instrument, look for the lowest, not the lowest note, but look for the instruments that have important notes on the beat, okay? But you should be able to tell from the piano score. The thing about whenever you have a bass, like when we have octaves or like 79, we have an octave, octave. We know that's important. 81, again, we know that's important. But then we have the next 82, octave. Okay, now the problem is that in between, those are whole notes. So what do we do in between? We have to... I am a big believer in the pianist showing where the middle of the bar is without an obvious accent. Okay.
Entonces, ella, primero que nada, está hablando del compás 79, o que hay partes donde el bajo muestra el primer tiempo de los compases, ¿verdad? Pero ella dice que es ella cree mucho en que el pianista debe mostrar la parte en medio del compás de una manera que no sea tan obvia, pero por lo menos hacer algo para que se sienta el medio del compás.
Now, obviously, unless the bar is in 4 or some kind of 8 or something, we can't do the middle of the bar. So then when we have 9 or 12, we have to divide into the bigger beats. So the pianist needs to show 1, 2, 3. The pianist needs to be very plugged into the big beats and show us with 3 particularly. Usually it's on the 3rd. Usually on the third beat, you want to show, but you want to know, the pianist needs to know where the big 2 is, where the big 3 is.
Entonces, el pianista, hay partes donde tiene que saber dónde está y marcar, o por lo menos hacer algún tipo de señal o alguna manera de hacer saber dónde están los grandes tiempos del compás, ya sea el gran 1, el gran 2, el gran 3, dependiendo de la métrica.
So, one of the things that I can do, since I have there's the score, is I can make little marks for Junior.
Sí,
I can show him where I think he needs to show the beat a little bit more.
Entonces te va a dar donde perdón, Junior, te va a mandar la música donde tienes que estar marcando los tiempos.
Yeah. And then I can send it back to you. You can send to him. But the thing that's very important is this is not like, you don't want to go 1, 2. It's subtle.
Sutil.
Muy sutil. But it's important if the pianist can feel it in your whole body, that really, it really helps your partner.
Okay. Sí.
Y no sé, ¿tenías una pregunta tú?
Sí, respecto a eso que dijo Gaby, yo tengo unas consultas, así como en el compás 21, 23 y 26. Hay algo que el bajo está haciendo, digamos, hay una nota antes. No sé si eso va antes del compás o va sobre el tiempo.
Oh, like if the grace note.
Es como son las notas de, digamos, porque eso son entradas específicas que tengo que, digamos, los dos caemos en el mismo tiempo, al principio, ¿verdad? Pero esa pequeña nota, no sé si es antes del compás o sobre el tiempo.
Yeah, good question. I like to do that one, and actually, because it's an orchestral transcription, we have freedom to change things, okay? So I like to do that one after the piano part does this, because we have this. So I do in between. Or, because it depends, so it's before the grace note would be before. That's what he's asking, right? Am I right? Oh, you froze, Alfonso. Oh, you froze.
Yeah, sorry, I missed just the most important part.
No, I think what he was asking is where to put the grace note.
Yeah, grace note.
Yeah, I do in between, right after the B sharp. And so that. Now, if he wants to do that, you can also do, let me show you, that's this way. That way. You see what I did?
Sí, no sé si viste, Junior.
Sí, claro.
Cambio de.
Then that way. I have a couple places where I mess around with the hands.
Entonces ella cambia y a veces no pone, a veces hace arpegio en la quinta, más que, o sea, en la quinta de abajo en lugar de tocar la grace note.
Y digamos eso mismo aplicaría así como el compás 26, porque en ese caso es un poco complejo porque la mano derecha está ocupada, ¿verdad? Entonces, si se puede aplicar como esa forma de arpegio para poder tocar en tiempo, porque digamos aplica lo mismo, hay una nota antes.
So he's asking about like measure 26. So I guess, yes, it's always the question about where to put the grace note, if it's before or on the beat, or how to make it precise, or.
Yeah, in that case, I mean, what I would do is I would play after the flute. Right before. Luckily, it's pretty slow, so, pam. Right after her C sharp, pam. Try that.
Porque es cabal después de sus.
Yeah, and ella tiene que esperar para usted.
Okay.
Sí. Okay, por favor. Yeah, she should enjoy the C natural to the C sharp. wow, she was even late then. Yeah. Not even so long. A little less. Good. No, that's the idea. Yeah.
Ok, está bien. Gracias.
Yeah.
And so we're actually very out of time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Thank you so much for this extra time.
¿Hay preguntas? Si hay preguntas.
Sí, exactamente. Si tienen preguntas para la maestra, se me trabó la compu, pero por favor háganlas en el chat o también en los dúos. Ya sé que todavía está acá Sergio y Pedro Pablo, pero por favor escríbanlas o también si hay preguntas en YouTube, por favor háganmelas saber. Si no, no sé, ustedes o David, José, William, Joshua.
That's fine. If they have questions, I can always answer tomorrow. I can send by answer.
Okay, yeah.
They can send to you. Okay.
Sí, entonces si tienen alguna pregunta para la maestra, por favor, háganmela mándemela a mí y yo se la doy a la maestra.
Si quieres. Alfonso.
¿Sí?
Yo tengo una pregunta más, perdonen. Es que con respecto al balance, hay veces, bueno, generalmente la flauta en el registro grave pues no proyecta mucho, ¿verdad? Pero hay momentos en los que dan ganas o es necesario hacerlo súper suave, ¿verdad? Por algún contraste. Entonces mi pregunta es, ¿hasta qué punto yo puedo tocar súper suave? ¿O tengo que siempre tratar de ir un poquito más arriba del piano? No sé si me explico.
Sí. So like there's parts where she was wondering, there's the balance. So she wishes to play softer, but she wants to take into account the sound of the piano. So should she always aim to be even if she wants to be softer? Should she always aim to be a little bit higher to the piano, even if she wants a softer color? Or how to?
If she is in the middle of the sound, if her part is in the middle, I think what she wants to try to do is blend into the piano sound, not think that she should be louder or softer, but blend into the piano sound. And the places where they switch parts, because I marked a few places for balance, to show us very clearly where, for example, when the piano has a line and then she has a line, and it's hers, just to make sure that the lines carry through. That you blend the sound, don't think softer, louder. Think about blending the sound or having voicing, hierarchy of voices.
Entonces la respuesta es más que todo buscar la mezcla, no buscar si está más fuerte o más suave que el piano, sino que buscar la mezcla de sonidos en ciertas partes. Y las otras partes es conectar las voces. Hay una melodía del piano que se conecta con la melodía de la flauta. And, ¿alguien dijo algo?
No, estamos.
Okay.
Gracias.
So thank you so much, Professor Sloan, for sharing with us this wonderful week of your thoughts and advice. And hopefully we can eventually repeat this or even make it a little bigger. And yes, it's been wonderful, and I know everybody enjoyed it. So.
Bravo to everybody. Please keep the faith, as we say in America. Keep the faith. So
Que sigan la fe.
Great. You're doing great. So.
Okay. So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Bye bye.